Now let's get into service time manipulation. This is another thing that keeps coming up. I feel like there are buckets, right? Like, what are we going to talk about here? And then we're going to talk about here. So service time manipulation is another one. It's a little bit of update on that. The previous proposal we heard, and again, this is all updated as of 12 February. So if you're listening to this on 15 Feb, that's the date. Okay. All right. So the previous proposal was that all top 100 prospects that were selected to opening day rosters and maintained, a certain number of games on the 40-man roster, could equal a draft pick for the teams if they finish in the top 5 voting for MVP, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, right? During their arbitration eligible seasons. Now, what has changed though, the league came back and said, you know what, we're going to offer you a different deal. What if instead we say that those players, they still are on the 40-man roster and from opening day on, and if they finish in the top 3 of voting for most valuable player, Rookie of the Year, and Cy Young, then you get 2 draft picks. 2. But they have to finish in the top 3 of those voting. They don't have to win. They just have to finish in the top 3. In the previous proposal, they had to finish in the top 5, but it only gave them 1 draft pick. In this case, top 3 voting, 2 draft picks. That's a pretty big deal. If you consider Chris Bryant won the Rookie of the Year and then the MVP, or he certainly was in the top 3 to 5 voting. It was certainly in the top 5 voting MVP the following year. So with the Cubs, obviously. So anyway, that would have been a huge deal for Chicago back then, just as an easy example. Okay. So it's interesting to think about that proposal. I don't see it's a terrible idea. It certainly incentivizes teams to give their young talent, like true talent, a good chance up at the bigs instead of holding them down. But I wonder if there's just going to be another way to loophole this as well. Probably teams will only bring up one at a time or something like that. There's a lot of different ways this could go. But anyway, that is the update on the proposal. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it either. And I know that's middle of the road. And I wonder how Brad would feel. I'm going to have to ask Brad how he feels. Just text him right now. Hey, happy birthday. How do you feel about service time manipulation proposals?